Imos mama daughter din. Kenya at daughter din. Siya my daughter din. Alexander daughter din. Imos mama daughter din. Kenya at daughter din. Imos mama daughter din.
Investigating this theme, the Nene Rituals, made me realize investigating through history and to places and time periods that we have a lot of things in common, especially when I studied in Jamaica. For instance, I always ask myself why I, as an outsider, were more adapted to their language, and that inspired me to investigate more and to know about what we have together in common, and that it made me realize that, for instance, the Cromanti language is that we have a lot of also the language is something powerful, and that we have that in common, because our Maroon language here in Suriname is have a lot of things that blend together, and that is what I find very interesting through this theme. Questions that are unanswered to me is how we, as our Surinamese native, why we are so different than the rest of the world, of the Caribbean, and that is something that we still are on a daily basis are searching on, that we have a lot of culture too that is linked with that piece of history, but we still are very different than that part of the world. My next step is through research. I came onto this point where I stumbled on the ship Leusden, and what I really would like to investigate further is, for instance, what I find very fascinating to see is that people were taken from their homes in Africa, but there is no data about their names or where they come from. So the next step, I would really want to dig into that history or that path where these African ancestors are taken from, so that it can bring me to the next level or clue to put back into the next piece of art, what I trying to investigate on this piece. So what I really want to dig into are the different layers of language that are out there. Thanks to my two galleries that I am able to travel and see more countries and learn about their tradition and their language. It is very fascinating to see that even though you can hear the normal language that you speak, that above that there are more spiritual languages that are out there, but you don't see and recognize as yet. And that is really because of the travels that I am able to do thanks to my galleries, Raditex Art Gallery and DVCI organization, that I am able to understand or to recognize that there are another level of languages out there, what I really would like to dig in. That's also very fascinating to see that when I study, for instance, our Shanantongo language compared to the Jamaican Patois, but now I find out a third language that is a bit forgotten and lost, the language in Berbice, Dutch Guyana, spoken by a 103-year-old lady, with Bertha Bell, that is being investigated through Hubert Daphnis, professor of the West Indies in Jamaica, and that brought me also to a next language, the Gola language, and that is really, as an artist, I would like to investigate more on those levels of languages.